Hello, I have an update on the wildfire that's over there east of Eagle Point, Oregon. I'll be right back and share some news with you and give you a little bit more statistics on that thing. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I'm back here on my spot that I filmed yesterday from, and so I caught some epic footage. Earlier in the day, I used my cell phone and caught some footage and uploaded it, grabbed my camera because I had to run back to the house to grab this camera that I'm using now and bring it back and actually film the episodes. But I uploaded those other two videos and they got picked up by a news agency out of Geneva, Switzerland. So my video got included into their news broadcast throughout Europe yesterday. So that was cool. Anyway, here's a compilation of the videos that I created yesterday between the two channels. I'm up here filming two different shows, Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, and also Southern Oregon Safaris where the buffalo roam, because I do produce those two channels, those two shows. Anyway, check out this video. Well, sheep dip. That ain't good. Dag nabbit. 'Tis the season. Arg. This one's east of Medford, Oregon, Eagle Point, Oregon. Looks like it's in the area of Butte Falls, Oregon. I have to go look at a map. I was just going down the store and I saw the smoke. Like I said, sheep dip. Man. Big wildfire burning east of us over between the cities of Eagle Point, Oregon and Butte Falls, Oregon. This is an area that had burned 3 years ago called the Oban Chain Fire. And this is called, I believe, the Salt Creek Fire. I could see fire suppression planes in the air right now. That fire's grown quite a bit. We've got surface winds blowing south on the surface, and the upper atmospheric winds are blowing the northeast. So Bend, Oregon's gonna get smoky. As you can see, the smoke has settled in, so we can't see too much right now, because I think the smoke from 3 different fires in the vicinity are competing for space here in our atmosphere right here in the valley. Yep, strong smoke. But as the breeze comes in, as the day grows longer, it's going to shift the smoke out of the valley, and we may be able to see something a little bit later. But this is what it looked like yesterday. Now, as far as some statistics goes, this fire is called the Salt Creek Fire. It sets approximately 10 miles east-southeast of Eagle Point, Oregon. The ignition point was right around the 2-mile marker on Salt Creek Road, and it happened around 11-ish yesterday afternoon, which was Sunday afternoon. Now, as far as the distance goes from where I am at to the fire, I checked it out on the ignition point of the fire to where I'm standing right here. It's 17.2 miles. So there's enough distance between me and the fire. There's the Rogue River. There's a lot of town. There's the big town of Eagle Point. So I have no concern about the fire coming this way. Grew rapidly, doubling in size about every hour. We had really high temperatures yesterday, plus the wind swept in, and really cause it to spread. As of right now, they are holding the fire at 1,500 acres. They've got approximately 300 and about 330 personnel on that fire getting aligned around it. They have it 40% contained with also air support. It borders along Highway 140 that goes between White City, Oregon and Klamath Falls, Oregon. So if we can keep it on the north side of Highway 140, there's no homes or buildings up there that are threatened at this time. They do have an evacuation in place right around the area, but it's level 1. It just means get ready to go. Currently, from where I'm standing, there's just a very slight breeze. The temperature is 109 degrees Fahrenheit up here, and it makes for real dry conditions, but the wind really complicates things. But as the fire laid down last night, the fire crews were able to get in there and get a good percentage of it, 40%. I mean, that's a lot for this type of fire. Now, the area was burned between Eagle Point and the fire. Salt Creek Fire was burned a couple years ago, as I mentioned in a previous episode, from what they call the Oban Chain Fire. That Oban Chain Fire burnt for several days, a couple of weeks, and it destroyed many homes. So there's a lot of burned out areas that I'm not too concerned about this fire coming this way, because it's already been burnt out. There's not a whole lot of vegetation left for it. But if it goes east, there's a lot of vegetation. That is the actual Cascade Mountains. It could go right up to the slopes of the volcano because there's nothing holding it back. It's just really dry tinder. Now, the town of Butte Falls sits north of this fire, not east of the fire. I misspoke myself yesterday. Butte Falls sits north, and I looked on the map, and there's a great big huge burned out area from the Oban Chain Fire that is creating what I think is a natural fire barrier between the current fire, Salt Creek Fire, and the community of Butte Falls. The one community that they're concerned about is the community of Lakeview. Not Lakeview, Lake Creek is a little community up there. So the wind's just now picking up, and just fingers crossed that hopefully the temperatures will drop and these winds won't pick up too bad. Now, when we get high winds, the power company will shut off the power. So it's a safety feature because of fires past were ignited by winds slapping against the power lines and sparking fires. This is a safety measure they have in place now to mitigate fire hazard. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, a frugal homestead tucked up in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Remember, be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next episode. Bye-bye now.